Huh. Oh, but they're up there near it.
I know. Last year they were everywhere. Just a couple.
Well, they haven't really touched the
pollen patty.
pollen patty either up on top. But didn't we put two
Yeah.
in here?
Huh. Huh.
So what's the flavor of the berries compared to blueberries?
Honeyberries?
Yeah.
It's hard to describe. It's different,
Mm-hmm.
but it's similar. Different and similar. People have a hard time describing it. They can be almost a little tartar. When they turn blue, they're not right. They'll turn blue, and you got to go about another 10 days, 2 weeks. Then
Really?
they sweeten right up.
Or do you squeeze
when-
them?
Yeah, you want it when you break them open. It wants to be red inside. If it's green, they're not ready.
Oh, really?
And they're
But-
not very good if they're not white.
But
Huh.
we just love them. And I love the wild blueberries, but I like these every bit.
Mm-hmm.
And last year we had a terrible blueberry crop,
Really?
and the honeyberries just were amazing.
Hmm.
I was gonna say we didn't find very many blueberries
I
last
know.
year at all.
There
was
weren't
terrible.
very many at all.
It's going to be interesting this year with a real cold late
Yeah,
spring.
yeah.
I'm sure Cordova the same way.
Yeah.
Boy, everywhere.
It's just barely turning green.
Really? Yep. I don't think it's been green here very long. This is
No,
early
we were
green.
here a week ago and it wasn't, it was all bare yet.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That's because it was interesting. We drove all the way to Fairbanks in the cold. And of course, you know, Thompson Pass, it was winter.
Yep.
Glen Allen was fine. The lake was winter.
Yep.
Then we got in Fairbanks and there wasn't any reason.
That's so unusual.
That
That-
is
We
amazing.
had 3 days of pollen and then everything just kind of
Wow.
leaked out.
That is
And then
amazing.
we drove down here and it was back down to winter.
Yeah.
Nothing but trees and
Yep. It's like when we got here a couple of days ago up around Eureka. It kind of looks still wintry up there
Yeah.
outside Eureka.
He
Yeah.
decimated this pollen patty.
So when they don't get enough pollen, they'll go for that, huh?
Yeah, it's in the early spring before pollen's happening. It triggers them to start laying eggs
Okay.
and start getting into the summer mode before it's actually summer.
Great.
And it's just a pollen substitute.
Okay.
Oh, she's packed up pretty tight.
Are these different kind of bees than the you had last summer?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys had Italians last year, and then this time they're buckfast. And the buckfast are supposed to do better in colder temperatures. So,
I'm seeing that already.
that.
Yesterday it was kind of chilly in the morning, but they were out. Oh, my
yeah.
God.
The Italians last year when we'd watch them at our place, like as soon as it started raining or it got windy or cold,
Yep.
they would go inside and you
Yep.
wouldn't see a single Italian.
I know.
But the buckfast would still be out flying around doing their thing and
Interesting.
yeah.
Oops.
Hey.
New comb, new comb. So this outer one. Let's use queen's head on here.
Haven't seen the queen yet, Gary?
No, not yet.
Yep.
So this outer one's full of nectar and pollen.
Really?
And they built this entire piece of comb. They built from scratch. But see the pollen?
Oh, yeah. Look at that pollen.
They got some white pollen,
Yep.
some cream colored.
This is where we found the bees that had the blue
Look at
pollen
that.
on them last
Yeah,
year.
there's pollen in there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's neat. Wow. Look at that.
Pollen and nectar.
Look at that. Yeah. That's it. So you said you have 8 at your place, Gary?
Yeah.
So you got 11 total, huh?
12 actually, because we've got one up in Fairbanks too.
Okay.
Oh, brood. Nice brood.
Really? Awesome.
This hive's about ready to explode in population.
Huh.
Is this the one we found the queen cell on?
No,
No, that was the other one.
that was Tebow's, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
These guys seem kind of gentle for disturbing them like this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, as long as it's nice and sunny, they're pretty much go about their business and
Right.
Well, all the mean guys are out hard foraging.
They're working. Is there quite a bit of pollen in there too? Or not so much?
This one hatch brood with new eggs.
Okay.
They're making a few drone cells, but not a lot. They're going to get a little upset here. That's that one comb that they the pre-made comb that I had put in there that
yeah.
they got a little silly with. Oh, new brood here, eggs,
Nice.
just about all solid brood.
Huh.
Very little goodies on the edges.
So they'll hatch pretty quick too, won't they?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Okay, good. Oh, that's awesome.
You should take it lower so you have the bottom of the hive too.
Very good. Nice.
You want pictures of larvae? Right in the
look at that.
center lower is the larva. And they're just about to the
Look
point
at
where they'll
that.
stand up.
Wow. Look at that. Now, is this all the eggs? There?
That's larvae that they've capped over and they're in the pupa stage.
Okay.
And they lay the egg.
There's
She
some
lays the egg.
close-up
3 days
pictures.
later, it hatches, and then it turns into that little maggot, which is really tiny to begin with. And that grows till you see how they're filling up, the curled in there, filled up. Then they'll get just so big and they stand up. The bees fill that with goodies for them, and then they cap it over, and that's a breathable seal, mixture of wax and stuff. And let's see, eggs laid, hatches in 3 days, usually capped at 9 days, and at day 21 it emerges as a bee.
Oh my goodness.
Just like a chicken.
That is amazing.
Speaking of chickens, we now have chickens.
You do.
You
Yep.
do? What kind you got?
We're not sure what the one is because it was one that we got from Jill at Pinnacle because she had gotten 130 eggs from the post office and only one hatched. And
Oh,
so
how terrible.
she didn't want just the
One
one
chicken,
because
no.
she didn't want her other chickens to pick on it. So they were trying to find somebody and they finally asked us and we were like, sure, why not? But she had been babying it. She'd literally brought it in every night, set it on her lap, and they watched TV together.
Let's point out that one that's doing the bee dance.
Oh, right here. This bee dance guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing a figure eight, okay,
So you
and the
still
amount
want her to go?
of time she goes straight and twitches is how far it is.
how far away the pollen that she just collected is,
God.
and then
That's
what
great.
direction based on where the sun is.
Oh my goodness.
How fun.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Oh, there's another one twitching right over here.
Huh.
There's a-
Wow. There's a lot of bees in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bees.
I'm trying to think. What was it? Trying to think. 1,500 per side.
Okay.
Uh,
wow.
Sure.
Come on, kids, get out of there. We got that one big wad of honey. in there. Well, find the comb first before I get smashing stuff.
And when they start to get irritated, they say you'll smell bananas. Because they smell like bananas, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've never smelled the bananas, but Gary has a couple times.
Huh.
Queenie, where are you? There she is.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Here. Right there.
Left hand third.
See
The red dot.
Oh, the red dot.
Huh. That's cool.
Wow.
Did you red dot her?
No, I bought them with the red dot.
Really?
Last year they had yellow dots.
Really?
Red is easy to see.
Yeah.
Boy, yeah,
Yeah,
she
the
stands
yellow
out
was
with
harder.
that. Look at
There's a
that.
lot of yellow in there to
Yeah.
search for a yellow dot.
Look at
Yeah.
We had
that.
white dotted ones too that were.
Ah, one queen. Wow.
She's laying an egg right now.
Really?
She just backed her butt into the hole.
Look at that.
Where's she going?
There, she's done.
Really?
Yep. On to find the next spot to lay in.
Wow. Huh. Incredible.
Cool beans.
Oh, man.
Okay, check real quick for any queen cells. Oh, lots of larvae. New larvae. More new larvae. Eggs. The eggs are really tiny.
Yeah, we have some close-up pictures from last year.
Right in the center, there's some of the really tiny larvae, little C-shaped things in the bottom.
You got better eyes than I do, Gary.
Yeah, I got my reading glass.
I would need glasses, I think.
Yeah, they're really tiny.
Yep.
And you can almost guarantee there's nothing on the outer frame. Because usually they save that for... Yeah, they're still building up.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at
Yeah.
that. Wow.
And they save the outers for honey storage.
Huh.
Honey and nectar.
So you have 11 hives in different places, or 11 hives total?
12 hives total. We
12
have
hives
11
total.
here in Glacier View. There's 8 at our house, 1 here, 1 across the street from our house at Arnie's, and then down at Tebow's. And then we have 1 at our friend's house up in Fairbanks.
Okay.
So,
That must be kind of interesting to...
the one up in
See the
Fairbanks,
differences.
yeah, the one up in Fairbanks we're curious to see because they've got a much different, they're lower altitude and they've much different weather than we do.
Yeah.
And so, but it's weird because Arnie's did really well last year. Like they had the
Interesting.
most honey.
Really? That
Yeah.
is. I wonder what would have done
Yeah.
that. You're so close to him.
That's what's weird. It's right across the street. So
I know. I mean, The blossom should be the same.
Yeah.
around everything.
Yeah. Well, and
The
they go
only
up to
difference
6
is
miles.
The
so-
orientation of the hive.
Wow.
Yes, we're learning that.
Wow. The tricks of the trade, huh? Goodness. Huh.
You lay it on them and they seem to get the clue to get out of the way.
Help, I'm being smushed.
Didn't smash anybody that time. So all except one of those frames started out like that, Lori.
Amazing.
And
That's
Dina
cool.
said, "Oh, you did it that way, Gary. You didn't tie them in again. You're going to have a mess." Your bees know how to do things.
All right.
Out of 12 hives, I got one that's totally retarded.
Dear.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, we come out every night and give them instructions.
Yeah. Yeah. Careful instruction.
That's right.
See, I don't want that yet.
Are you putting the feeder back on?
Oh, I'm going to put the feeder back on just because. Yeah.
There's that little wooden thing that comes
I was going to grab it, but then I didn't know if I should.
Yeah, I stick your head right where
They seem to be doing it.
Hello.
What's that guy doing?
Really, especially with that orange hat on.
Yeah. Be a tractor.
Well, at Tebow's, they were pulling a rubber band out the front door, and it was hanging out. And so I reached down and I just grabbed and slowly pulled, and they came right out and they didn't bother me at all.
Oh.
So
Ah,
as long as you don't act like a threat, like somebody in a white bee suit, you know,
Jim
that's
likes to
attacking there.
Right in front of the front door.
oh dear.
And one time he had a big cluster right down there by his ankle. It's like, Jim, just try to step aside and maybe they'll go away without crawling up your pants leg.
Has he gotten bitten yet?
No.
No kidding.
The only one that's gotten stung is me. I
Yeah,
think I got stung like, 8 times last year?
I think
Yeah.
so.
But I averaged twice a month and then I switched to sissy suit.
Yep. Yep. I don't blame you.
And,
Well, you're in the heat of the battle. You're in the thick of things.
and
Yeah.
you didn't get any bad reactions? You did okay?
He swells
I
up
thought
a
I did
little.
fine.
Yeah, he swells up
The
a
one
little
time
bit.
when I was showing her dad, one was stung me here in the soft spot of the arm.
Yeah.
And I stood there and talked to him about, see how it's stung and see how it's anchored in, and now she's going to spin around and pull her guts out. There she goes. She died to sting me. Now see the little muscle, it's still pumping venom in, and then you just flick it and you take it off. Well, in my talking, explaining to him, it got a little extra venom. So it swelled up from here to here.
Ooh.
Like,
Oh my.
it
Yeah.
was pretty cool how much it swelled
You
up.
see the venom moving up my arm.
Yeah.
No, early this spring, I was dumping a hive in Palmer for a guy, and I put on my sissy suit just so he wouldn't feel bad putting his sissy suit on, but I didn't have any gloves on,
Ooh.
and I grabbed
Ooh.
a box of bees and pinched one in my palm.
Oh,
She
Ouch.
stung me, and because of the callus and stuff, when I pulled it out, I broke the stinger off. I got the muscle off, and that hand swelled up.
Yeah.
Not good.
oh my goodness.
But it itches more than stings.
Huh.
Now I wonder, you think I should open the gate a little bit more? Beth?
Maybe. These guys aren't piling up like ours, though.
Have you seen them pile up very deep, spraying?
No, just like this.
No, I'd leave it for now
This
then.
is- When they're active, this is about what I've seen right here.
Ours sometimes TSA gets backed up.
Yeah.
I
We
say
got-
that because you know who used to work with TSA. So that's a hive check.